A South Florida museum is helping our troops overseas.
Thank you so much. Well, Fisher House is a unique organization dedicated to helping America's military in their time of need. They donate what they call comfort homes to major military and VA medical centers. These homes give military families a place to stay when their loved one is hospitalized. Today, artist Marc Gagnon tells us what's being done to build a Fisher House right here in Miami. What a fantastic thing.
Yeah, I think so as well.
How did this all get started?
Well, it actually got started 4 years ago. An individual by the name of Miguel Figueroa, who served in Iraq, and myself were brought together by the Parkland magazine.
I'll hold that for you.
And basically, we had some ideas of giving back because these individuals voluntarily serve for us, protecting our liberties and freedom, and we wanted to give back to the families. And what Fisher House does, it's like the Ronald McDonald House for our military.
Oh, how wonderful.
And what happens is when a military officer or soldier goes to a VA hospital, Fisher House basically puts up the family in local housing.
And we're going to be showing a lot of your works at a big event that's coming up.
That's correct, on Wednesday.
On Wednesday at the Coral Springs Museum for
Yes.
Art. Okay, tell us about this first piece. It's amazing.
Well, this is actually the main piece of the event. And this piece was actually a collaboration by Miguel Figueroa, the retired sergeant that served in Iraq, and myself. These images from Iraq were taken by Miguel Figueroa. He was part of an assessment team in Iraq, and the other images as well. And the main gist of this piece is that our military is comprised of all cultures, male and female.
Yes.
And you can see that they are working together as one.
Phenomenal. And you do all kinds of pieces that make political statements.
Yes.
This one I love. Tell me a little bit about it.
This piece, I call it the Civil Rights Collage. And this is a tribute actually to Coretta Scott King in continuing the efforts of her husband, Dr. Martin Luther King. And there's actually a letter in here from Coretta Scott King to myself with regards to the piece. And this piece shows from days of Africa to working professional women and how, as a society, we have evolved. And we still have a lot of work to do.
And I like this one, but this one says so much as well.
This piece is actually dedicated to the firefighters of 9/11. The individual actually in the piece, his name is Vinnie Cascone. He actually survived the collapse of the North Tower. What happened is that his commander had died on site in the building. They dragged him out to the ambulance, and as they did that, the tower started coming down.
My goodness.
And there's a lot of symbolism in this piece. He's the only person that survived in his unit, and this is the last thing he saw his people. He has his people on his mind at all times.
And then you even have one dedicated to children.
Yes, actually I've been in contact with Mark Glass, John Walsh, the Lunsford family, a reverend in Homosassa. And what this piece is really saying is that we as a society should really do better in protecting our children and making the laws tougher on those that will inflict pain on our children. And the name of this piece is called What of Justice? And the purpose is to really look at, if we as a society cannot take care of the weakest, then what does that say about us?
Exactly. Now, why are you inviting everyone out to the exhibition on Wednesday?
Well, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Coral Springs Museum of Art. 100% of the proceeds are going to a great cause. People from Fisher House will be there. And there's going to be music, there's going to be food, presentations. It's going to be a great event.
Fantastic. And where does the name Fisher come from?
Well, actually, there was an individual by the name of Fisher. I forget his first name.
That's okay. Fisher's good.
And he could not serve in the military. I guess he didn't meet the physical requirements, but he wanted to give back to the military because of what they give of themselves. So he created Fisher House, and I think it's a great charity. 98% of all monies that go to Fisher House are spent for the troops.
That's wonderful. He's truly a fisherman
Yes.
of men. Marc,
Sure.
it's a pleasure meeting you. I hope a
Pleasure.
lot of folks turn out on Wednesday night. And if you'd like to go to the fundraiser for the Fisher House, it takes place this Wednesday, May 21st at the Coral Springs Museum of Art. The event is from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. The entrance is only $20. For more information, call 561-706-2586, and you'll get to see more